It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg and dealing with the second game of a back-to-back. Clark, overcoming tired legs, I know, is part of it for the affected players.
Yeah, fatigue will be part of it, so they'll look to rely on adrenaline and each other to some degree, but they'll do it in a responsible, professional way. You can't overdo it, and you don't want to risk getting injured, but you do want to be professional.
And that's why you can't leave anyone open.
Outside Turner. Back to Teague. 6 on the shot clock. No good from outside. Green, the pass to Rozier. Pass to Q. And he drives in. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Q's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And the shot is good from Stuckey.
And when Stuckey is making that shot, makes him that much more dangerous a player. Difficult to guard when he's making that jump shot.
A nice shot by Q.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
You really don't want to allow him to get too comfortable, but even with stifling defense, he's going to still find a way to get it in the basket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
A nice shot by Q.
And this is how you want to start the ball game. 4 for 4 from the field. Seems like they're right on point and can't miss.
Teague against Rozier. Teague feeling it out a bit. Pass to Young. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Launches it. A shot, no good. Gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. George with the steal. Stuckey against Green. The 3 from George. Jay Crowder with the rebound. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Q. That's good. And it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 3 assists in the game. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Indiana. Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. The Pacers 4th.
Both really good defensively last season, and that showed up in those steals numbers.
George finds Teague. There's the 3. That one doesn't go. Gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Here's Q, 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Now, here's Teague. On the wing, George. Shoots over Crowder. Indiana again missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pacers trail by 8. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And that one is hammered home.
Thunderous jam. Wow.
And 101 left here in the opening quarter. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Stuckey passes to George. Shoots over Crowder. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just one so far.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this. Uh-oh. Changed his mind on the way up and tricked himself.
George with the ball. He just could not put it together in that loss to Philadelphia. And Rozier pulls it down.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And getting fouled in the act, not only do you get to the line, but you also tag him with a personal.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Both good from the line that time.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Here's Niang. It's Niang with the jam.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Up 8. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Turner's checked in for Young, and George is subbed in for George Niang. Here's Q, guarded by Robinson. That one good for 2. And that's 19 points for Q.
Another basket for him, and anytime he touches it, you just think it's going in.
Pass to Turner. Zeller grabs the board.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Olynyk against George. Over Olynyk, and that one's good. George has got his second bucket of the game to go.
The mid-range, no problem for PG. He's really improved as a shooter.
Here's Q. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
Well, to be a legit NBA player, you have to make those the tough ones.
Turner with a screen on Olynyk. Here's George. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Pass to Q. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Pacers trail by 8. Brooks kicks to Robinson. 1:10 left to play in the first half. Back to Brooks. Clock at 6. Turner with a screen for Brooks. No good on the triple.
Solid rebound there, and with a score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your
presence. Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Glenn Robinson III. Stuckey comes in for Monte Ellis. And it's Teagan for Aaron Brooks. Gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. A nice shot by Q. Q's got 29.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside, George. The shake. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Pacers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
And so that brings the first half to a close. They're up by 11. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Howdy, folks. I know you've all been clamoring. You know, I love sitting up here and doing this show with you guys. I learn something new every day.
Man, you know what? It is pretty unreal they pay us to do this. Did I say that out loud?
Wait, you guys get paid?
Well, yeah, we wouldn't sit here and deal with you for free.
Gotta call my agent now.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the visiting team.
They're moving well on offense, great teamwork. Maybe not as strong as our teamwork, but whose is?
How about your old Lakers team?
What I remember seeing, they pass the ball into Shaq, Ernie, and it never comes back out.
That's why they call me the Shaq Hole.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more. Evenly here in the second. What can you say? Q, impressive effort here today.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
Here's George. Got a hand on it. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Paul George, one of the most versatile and dynamic players in the league. I mean, he does a lot for his team offensively and defensively, which I think frees up the other guys to do their thing.
And George drops them both. And when you look at this year's rookie class, Clark, which players stand out to you?
Well, you talk about the top 3 picks, Simmons, Ingram, and I love Ingram. His length and potential is really enticing. And then Brown, I think, will be an all-star, as will Ingram. But I also like that Buddy Hield and Jamal Murray are guys that bring a lot of potential to the table. Outstanding shooters, not just shooters, they are also scorers.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
They grabbed their own miss. That one drops for them.
And defensive. They're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Young outside. Back to Teague. Turner with a screen on Rozier. Traps in the tray. Teague. He's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Excellent, outstanding control in the pick and roll. Teague knows how to pick apart a defense when he's operating with the ball in his hands there.
Olynyk, a screen on George. Q, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Q's got 33 points.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Timeout called the Pacers.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. Number 1, the Pacers.
And these are 2 teams that excel at punishing opponents for their mistakes. I mean, they certainly did that last season.
Stuckey kicks to Young. Right side Teague. Pass to Turner. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half. Everything working for them out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. 15-point game. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Turner with a screen for George. And it's George finishing it off.
George playing strong down low. Love to see him finish with authority.
Robinson's checked in for Indiana. Ellis comes in for Rodney Stuckey. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Zeller. Here's Q. The three-pointer, no good. Pacers trail by 12. Lob pass to George, and George with the stuff.
Boy, the high-flying acrobatics of George, something to behold. When he leaves the ground for these alley-oops, you drop your jaw in awe.
Here's Q. Banked in off the glass. Q's got 38 points.
Oh, good touch from the interior. That's a high percentage shot.
For Indiana, they've gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. George with no one around, and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
There is no slowing down Paul George. A volcanic eruption from PG tonight.
Brooks finds George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Scott. Young comes in for Robinson. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Ellis. And it's Teague in for Aaron Brooks. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, guys, well, during the break, I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When that three goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. 1:57 left in the game. George dishes to T. Floats one up. The shot by George, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
That one goes. Count it. Q's got 43 points.
And he's in a nice rhythm offensively, filling it up with regularity.
Steps back. George, no good. Gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. He takes it in. 2 points. That one goes. 45 points for Q.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Here's George. Rebound by Olynyk. Here's Q. Teague covering. And, yep, another basket.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. There's 37 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Outside, George shoots from the elbow. That one, no good. Here's Q. Again, what an avalanche.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Teague finds George. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A resounding victory for them. And, Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just